Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, so it's time for my midweek pickup. Got my red on today because my Rockets won yesterday. Uh, I don't know how much further that's going. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about strategizing. And with me, I've never really fully learned the concept of being a master strategist, but I'm learning how to do that now. And it's awesome. It's feeling great. So I'm excited about that. With that being said, I recently started a GoFundMe account for the business that I've been trying to get off the ground here lately. And what I've seen since I've started that, and I've been trying to do things for my business and to get everything kicked off, is time is always of the essence, no matter what. So you have that. You have to do the pros and cons, of course. But my biggest con right now is me working my regular job trying to get my business off the ground. It's no way possible that that's happening. And what's lovely about becoming a master strategist is you have a plan. You know what it is. It's not for everybody else to know, though. That's the beauty in it. Like, for instance, I'll use this as an example. I love sports. Coaches, they get interviewed every day. Players get interviewed every day. You know, the interviewers always ask the question, you know, what did you do wrong here? What are you going to do to change this? And everything like that. If you notice, when a coach gives a response to that question, he gives a response that is short, simple, and sweet. He doesn't say, well, here, check it out. Here's my coach book and everything. Here's the playbook. Go through the playbook and you tell me what you think we should do next time in order to, you know, either win the game or to better our game. Now, that's strategy. That's what coaches use, strategy. They are master strategists, because if not, then they would have gave all the goods away when they answered the questions. But they know how to pick and choose and, you know, steer clear of what question may give away too much and answer it the way that I'm giving you something, but I'm not giving you everything that you need to know. You don't need to know everything that goes on in my playbook, that goes on in my minds, and that's discussed with my players. That's the same thing and the same action that you have to take when you're trying to plan and strategically move things in the way that you want them to go. It's just like chess. Now, I say it's just like chess, but I'm not a good chess player at all. But that's something else I'm trying to learn too. Chess is a very intelligent game. You have to use your mind and you have to strategize your next move. That's why people say it's chess, not checkers, because checkers is, of course, easier game, and you know where you're trying to get to on the board, just like you know where you're trying to get to on the board of chess. But it's more thinking involved when it comes to chess play versus checkers play. Now, with all that being said, I want to encourage people who are trying to do something that's going to better yourself or better whatever situation you're going through, whatever you're going through. Do not speak your business all the time. That's going to hurt you at every aspect. A couple aspects is going to hurt you at. Number one, you speak too much, you give deadlines, you tell people, oh, this is what I plan on doing and this is what I'm going to do. When you don't do that, then you get the haters that come around and be like, oh, you said you was going to do that a month ago and you still haven't did that. So now it's deterring you. It's a deterrent, and you're looking like, I did say that and I haven't did what I said that I was going to do. Adding more stress to yourself. Now, goals are goals. Everybody doesn't need to know what your goals are, but if you know what your goals are, then you know what you need to meet. which means you don't have to talk your business to anybody unless you have a business partner or something like that. But other than that, you don't have to go on Facebook and tell everybody what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish and everything, because it's not none of their business. You want them to see you succeed. And a lot of people, especially in our community, the black community, we don't push each other in the way that we should be pushing each other. I see a lot of different cultures and a lot of different races have their own community, and they support and they make sure that they are trying to help one another. We don't too much do this in our community, which is something that needs to change. I can't wait until we get that next civil rights person or whatever that speaks up for us as a community and that brings us together, because it's so much turmoil between each other. It makes no sense, and we're never going to get out. But I digress. When you are really, really trying to do something and you feel it, you sometimes have to be your own biggest critic. It's not about what everybody else thinks. When I barbecue, I'm my biggest critic. Everybody can tell me, oh, this tastes great, this is the best thing. But when I'm tasting it, I'm like, nah, I maybe should have did this instead of doing that. That's a good and a bad thing, but it's also something to help you become better at what you're doing. Perfect your craft. That's what you need to be doing. This is what I'm trying to do. But remember, and I say this a lot, if you're really trying to start something, and if you're really trying to get out there and do what you need to do, you're going to have to know that you're either going to have to take some time away from your regular job, like some real time away from your regular job, or you're going to have to take that leap of faith and quit your job and put everything into what you're trying to do. Yes, it's going to be hard for the first year or two. Yes, it's going to be stressful. But if it's something that you really want and you know that you can get it, get out there, do it. No questions asked. Make the proper steps. Make sure you plan everything so you can take that time away or completely give it up and completely put yourself into the situation to where you can build and organize your own business or whatever you're trying to do. I say business a lot because that's what I'm trying to do. I've seen somebody with a nice business, and I told her, I was like, and she was working and everything, and she told me, she usually only does this probably 2 or 3 times a week or whatever. So I go because, I look for something like a mentor because I'm trying to do something like they were trying to do. And I told her, I was like, do you understand, if you have a good product, I know that you have a job and everything, but do you know how much more you can capitalize on yourself and aiding yourself versus trying to work and then come aiding yourself, giving yourself 3 or 4 hours out of the day, and then you're making just about what you made in a day at work? It doesn't make sense. So I've seen this person within 2 months go from once or twice a week to every day of the week, going to different spots and making things happen for herself. And I know that she had to take that time away from work in order to get where she needed to get to. Very proud of her. I support it 110%. And I just like the fact that I know what it takes. I just have to do it myself. So with all that being said, I'm going to say to you what I say every Wednesday. I'm doing this as therapy for myself. I'm learning just as anybody else that may be listening who needs to hear this is learning as well. I'm just trying to spread positive vibes, trying to spread self-progression, and trying to see us evolve as a people and evolve into something great. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see in the world. No matter what color, shape, form, fashion, culture you come from, I just want to see positive evolution. So with that being said, y'all have a good week. I will see you next Wednesday. I post on Facebook too. My GoFundMe link is in my Facebook. If you follow me on Instagram at BNB_BBQ, the link is in the bio. appreciate the support. Even if you just share what I post on there, that's supporting too. So I appreciate everything. As always, put God first, put your family next. Everything else will follow. With that being said, see you next week. Be safe out here in these streets.